Welcome back to another programming video. Today's topic is going to be data structures. We are looking at sets. Now, Python is our programming language for these videos. And without wasting further time, let's jump straight to it. Now, what is a set? A set is a collection of unique items. It does not allow for duplicate and is also unordered. So a simple example of a set is the following one: curly braces, open and close, bananas, 3, 1, 2, 2, apple, banana, not bananas. So this is our variable items, and we are basically going to run this. And what is the outcome? We're getting a 1, 2, 3 apples, banana, bananas. You can see that what we pass in is what is not coming out in the same order. So if I was to run that a second time, you can see that the order has changed once again. We have banana and apple versus apple, banana in the first example or first output. So that is what we need to keep in mind. There is a use case for this kind of data structure, but we just need to know the features as well as the what to expect, especially when it comes to output. Now, the other example I want to look at is where quickly want to check if a value exists in a set. In this case, I'm using fruits, apple again, banana, cherry, and it could be maybe a 500 or 1,000, and I just quickly want to check if a particular value exists in a set. And the way I go about doing that, I'm just using a print and I'm writing a string to say is banana in fruit, and if it is, it's gonna return the value of true. If it's not, in this case, if I add a s there, for example, it's gonna return false. So that's a quick way to go about checking, and there are many form and format you can use. I'm just trying to find the easiest one to help you understand the principle behind. Now I have another one here. In this one specifically, I want to highlight something to keep in mind, that set is very case sensitive. So for example, if I was to put eto in, use a small cap there, a small letter, and run this code, you can see that both eto appear, but from what we can see, we can tell that these names are the same, and that's because, well, its set doesn't see them as duplicate, but rather different. So if there is something maybe that you need to do to be able to increase the chances of set handling duplicate accurately and effectively, is maybe just convert all the values within the list to uppercase, uppercase or small letters, just so you have some sort of consistency among between the names or the strings that you're trying to pass to set. Now, if we do that again and we rerun the code, you can see that we have Kumisa, Opioe, Eto, and Temba. And that's basically the main point behind this. And the remaining stuff is as per what we've been looking at from the beginning of this lesson. Now, I'm going to touch a little bit on this because I think there are a couple of things that we can pick up also when looking at the set from different perspective. Now, I have two sets here, set A and set B. And I'm just performing three operations. One is union, intersection, and differences. And in union, I'm basically bringing the two sets together. Now, knowing the set, we know set do not allow for duplicate. It automatically perform the duplicate removal. And then what I end up with is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without the double 3. So as you can see, there's a 3 in the first set A, and there's a 3 in set B, and that is being combined to 1. So basically it combined all unique element from both sets. Now I have the second one, which is allow me to find the intersection, only the items that appear in both sets. Now we can see that items that appear in both set is 3 and 3, but in code you want to do it this way, where you are using the and sign and then passing each set on either side of the and sign, and then you end up with the value of 3. And for the difference, we are using these I would say minus sign or hyphen, if you want to call it that way. And we are basically finding items that are in A but that do not exist in B. So therefore we can see 1 doesn't exist in B, 2 doesn't exist in B, but 3 exists in B. So therefore only 1 and 2 will be returned, and that's what we're getting on that. So we're gonna run this code, and then what you see is 1 2 3 4 5 as the union without a duplicate number 3, and then we have the intersection here, which is the value of 3 on between the two, and then we have the 1 and 2, which is the difference, the value that exists in the group A, but in the set A, but does not exist in set B. That's basically what it is. Cool. Now we're gonna move on to another use case, which is this one over here. Now here I've tried to, and you notice that I'm trying to reuse the stuff that we've learned in previous videos, like your input, at the exception that I'm adding some new maybe inbuilt functions, not too much, but enough to be able to learn something new without stumbling, basically. Now in this case, I'm using an input and I'm passing in, I'm getting in tags. It can be a value of tag or hashtag, whatever you want to call it. I'm just passing tag separated by a space, and I'm using the word split here to basically split those tags or those value based on the space, and then create a list which I then pass to my user tag. That's basically all I'm doing here. So we have a chance to practice the input, and then we're learning the split. So cool thing. Now once I have the list of tags, I pass it to set, and remember case sensitive, the strings and all that, so you want to make sure that they kind of have the same for all. Either you write them in all caps or you write them in small letters, so that set can effectively do the pruning for us. So, and I'm passing on to unique tag, and then I need to get the response. So let me run that. So I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna pass go. I'm gonna pass yes. I'm gonna pass no, not oh, no. I'm gonna pass another yes, and I'm gonna pass yay, just like that. And what do we get? Remember, I did pass 2 yes. So there's a yes here, there's another yes there, but I'm only getting 1 on the output, which is good. And I pass in 1 no, and I pass in 1 go. So set has successfully done the pruning for me and returned the outcome without duplicate. Now looking at the last use case, and I'm hoping I'm covering or highlighting some probably key things that helps us learn about set further. I have 2 groups. One group of made of 2 people, 2 names, Temba and Akuna, and a group B that has 2 people, the same. One person is in 2 groups, Akuna, and another person, Dawit. So now I'm trying to check which element exists in both sets. So let's assume this is a party and there are 2 groups, and you want to know which person in both groups is attending both parties. And the way to go about doing that is using the and sign like we've used before, and then just passing the set and the set, and then checking, and it should give me the common names on both groups. So if I run that, I'm getting both groups have Akuna. So cool way to go about doing things and processing things in a very fast fashion. And I hope you've learned something new. Until next time, keep well. Bye bye.